Think about a place just brimming with life, right?
Yeah.
A huge tapestry of landscapes and cultures, but one that maybe doesn't pop up first on your travel radar. That's kind of the Democratic Republic of the Congo.
Okay.
Often a bit mysterious, but absolutely packed with surprises.
Absolutely. And that's really what we're diving into today. Welcome, everyone, to the deep dive.
Yeah.
We take a bunch of information today. It's mainly from exploring the Democratic Republic of Congo with FlightNHotels, and we, pull out the really interesting bits, the key stuff to get you quickly informed.
Exactly. No need for you to wade through everything. We've done that bit. And our mission really is to figure out why the GRC is getting more notice now, as a spot for real adventure, deep cultural experiences, and just stunning natural beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's kick things off. The DRC is the second largest country in Africa? That fact alone kind of hints at the scale we're dealing with here.
It certainly does. And that huge size means, an incredible variety of ecosystems. It's not just one thing. Our source points to everything from these incredibly dense rainforests, the Congo Basin, second only to the Amazon, which is massive.
Huge.
And vital for global biodiversity. But then you also have, snow-capped mountains, huge savannas, and these quite remote communities, each with its own unique culture.
So traveling even a short distance could feel like a whole different world.
Pretty much, yeah. Different customs, different perspectives. It's that diverse.
So that really paints a picture.
Yeah.
So for you listening, why put the DRC on your maybe list? What are the big draws?
Well, the information we reviewed sort of groups it into four main things. First, just the raw, undeniable natural beauty that Congo Basin is highlighted as a massive biodiversity hotspot.
Right.
Then the wildlife. This is pretty special. The DRC is one of the very few places left where you can actually see bonobos in the wild.
Bonobos, right? The apes.
Yeah, really intelligent primates. And also mountain gorillas, of course, and the okapi, that sort of forest giraffe. You just don't find these guys in their natural habitat elsewhere.
That alone is a pretty powerful reason to consider it.
It really is. And then beyond the animals, there's the cultural depth. We're talking over 200 ethnic groups.
200. Wow.
Yeah. Each with its own languages, traditions, art, music. The chance for a really immersive cultural experience is, huge. Think of all the stories there.
Definitely.
And lastly, the source talks about untouched adventure. This isn't, your standard package tour setup.
Right.
It's more about a raw, authentic African experience. Could be gazing into a lava lake or trekking through really dense, unspoiled jungle.
Lava lakes. Okay, you mentioned that. Now I'm hooked. Let's get into some of these specific places mentioned in the source. Virunga National Park, for starters.
Virunga. It's really something special. Africa's oldest national park, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which says a lot about its importance.
Right, that's a big deal.
And as the info notes, it's critical for the endangered mountain gorillas, those gorilla treks you hear about. Often they're happening in Virunga. It's supposed to be incredibly moving. But it's not just gorillas. There's Mount Nyiragongo, that active volcano with the world's biggest permanent lava lake.
The lava lake again. Can you actually go up it?
Apparently, yes. The chance to climb it and see that churning lava, it's described as almost otherworldly. And all around this, you've got these incredibly lush forests, great for bird watching too. It's part of the Great Rift Valley, so that geology drives both the volcano and the biodiversity.
Amazing. And the source mentions using FlightNHotels to find places nearby, which makes sense if you're exploring that area.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, Kinshasa, the capital. What's the story there?
Kinshasa is painted as the absolute pulse of Congolese culture. The source describes it as just buzzing with energy.
Yeah.
Think really vibrant music scenes. Congolese rumba is famous, right?
Yeah.
Bustling markets full of local crafts, contemporary art galleries showing off local talent. And it's right on the Congo River, so you get these amazing views.
So it's the energetic city life balancing out the wild nature.
Exactly. A real contrast.
Then the source points to Kahuzi-Biega National Park, another UNESCO site. The DRC seems full of them. What's unique about this one?
Kahuzi-Biega is particularly known for its eastern lowland gorillas. So Virunga has the mountain gorillas. Kahuzi-Biega has these guys. They're slightly larger cousins.
Ah, okay. Different gorillas.
Yep. So another massive draw for primate enthusiasts with its own trekking opportunities. And the landscape itself is stunning, mountainous, covered in tropical rainforest. Just beautiful for nature lovers, as the source says.
Got it. So multiple gorilla options. Then there's something called Lola Ya Bonobo Sanctuary. That sounds very specific.
It really is unique. It's just outside Kinshasa, and it's the only sanctuary in the world focused only on orphaned bonobos.
Only bonobos. Wow.
Yeah. And remember, bonobos are only found in the Congo, so this place is one of a kind. The info we have says it's both educational, you learn so much about these complex animals, and really quite emotional seeing the rescue work.
That sounds like a definite must visit, especially for wildlife conservation interest. Okay, and finally, Lake Tanganyika. I know it's huge and borders a few countries. What's the DRC side like?
Lake Tanganyika is immense, yeah. One of the deepest, oldest freshwater lakes anywhere. The source points out that the Congolese shoreline is actually really tranquil and pretty undeveloped compared to other parts.
So it's quieter.
Seems so. So if you're looking for a place to genuinely unwind, swim, maybe do some fishing or boating without huge crowds, this part of the lake could be perfect, a real change of pace from, say, climbing a volcano.
It really does sound like there's something for everyone, from the hardcore adventurer to someone wanting peace and quiet. Okay, so someone's actually thinking, maybe I should go. What are the practical things they need to know?
Right, the practicalities. Our source gives some key pointers. First, visas. Most people need one in advance, so that's crucial planning.
Okay, check visas early.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Vaccinations, too. Yellow fever is mandatory, and malaria prevention is highly recommended.
Right, health stuff sorted.
Then, best time to visit. Generally, the dry seasons are better. That's roughly June to September, and then again December to February.
Good to know.
And just a note on local etiquette. Dress modestly. Always ask before taking photos of people, and a polite greeting goes a long way. Basic respect, really.
Makes sense. Good tips. And the source itself, exploring the Democratic Republic of Congo with FlightNHotels, how do they fit into this? How do they suggest using their platform for a trip like this?
Well, naturally, they position themselves as a helpful tool, especially for a destination that might feel a bit off the beaten track like the DRC.
Right, it's not Paris or Rome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they highlight things like being able to compare lots of airlines and hotels easily in one place, their global reach making bookings simpler from anywhere, potentially finding discounted prices, and the option to add car rentals too. Plus having access to 47 for support.
Okay.
The main idea is just to make planning a trip to a more, let's say, adventurous destination like the DRC smoother and maybe a bit less intimidating, you know? Make it more accessible.
Yeah, I can see how having that all in one place would definitely help with the logistics.
You know.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, what are the absolute key things you want listeners to take away about the DRC?
I think the main things are the sheer scale and incredible diversity of its nature, rainforests, volcanoes, lakes, the absolutely unique wildlife you literally can't see anywhere else in the wild, the amazing cultural richness with all those different groups, and the potential for really genuine, untouched adventure if you're willing to explore beyond the usual tourist trails.
It really does sound like it offers a potential once-in-a-lifetime kind of experience.
I think so.
And it makes you think, doesn't it? What other incredible places are out there, sort of hidden gems, offering something really special because they're less traveled? What is it about that allure, you know, of a place that isn't completely shaped by mass tourism, where the experience feels maybe more real? Definitely something to ponder.